Hi, dear friends. I hope all of you are doing well and safe. I cannot believe that I didn't, for some stupid reason, share this recipe with you. This is one of the best recipes I have ever made, and it is crucial to try it at home. I encourage you 100,000% to try it at home. It's very delicious. It's very moist. It kept its moisture for the next day. It didn't crumble. Burger buns I have developed from a dessert recipe. I hope that you like it and enjoy it and do try it. So this is the ingredients, and you will see me putting double of the ingredients, but this is the ingredients that you need to work with. So I will start with what I did, or what I used was whole wheat flour, and I am going to combine all the dry ingredients at the beginning. So for the yeast and the sugar, I decided to use the digital scale. Use it if you want, or just as you can see, the double of the size for the brown sugar was, or for the yeast was 1 tablespoon or plus a little bit. And as you can see, I'm using, but again, this is double the recipe. So if you're going to use the ingredients that was shown on the paper at the beginning, use only half of the ingredients that you see. And the sea salt, or the Himalayan salt, I'm using it a little bit further away from the yeast. And now what I'm using, this is Scandinavian invention. What is this? This is dough whisk. This is not used for eggs, cream, whatsoever. This is to mix the dough together. Now that was my first time trying it, and I will let you know about my impression about it. So what I did with the dough whisk, now I'm incorporating all the dry ingredients at the beginning. The powdered milk, the yeast, the sugar, everything. Because after that I will use room temperature eggs. And this is very, very, very important to use room temperature eggs. Okay, to the eggs, I'm going to introduce my fat. In the paper, I wrote butter, but what I used in this recipe, I used half butter, half oil. Feel free to use either one of them. Now I'm introducing the butter and the oil, or the fat, to the eggs to make sure that both of them has the same temperature, and again, that was like the butter itself and the eggs was like the difference in the temperature was very, very minimum. And why the eggs should be in room temperature? Because it's important to make it as warm as possible so that it wouldn't inhibit the yeast from developing its gases and make it rise to activate the yeast. Because if it's cold, it won't activate the yeast. This is one thing. The second, it will have a huge temperature shock, okay, from the warm water that we will add later on. Because this is what we did, we are adding the water. And the water, let me put it this way, for this recipe, you will be adding it, as you can see, I've added 1 cup now, and I'm adding everything. Now I'm adding the 2nd cup, this with the fat and the eggs. And here is the trick. I didn't put all the flour. I eliminated half a cup. I put it outside. And here is why. This, what we are doing, is all to maintain the moisture of the bread, to make sure that we have the fluffiest bread that you can ever eat in your life. So what I did was, I eliminated 1 cup, but I eliminated 1 cup again because I'm using double the batch. You can only eliminate half a cup of the dough and put all the water that you need. In my case, it was 2 cups of water. You probably, if you use the ingredients in the paper, it will be only 1 cup of water. And now we are adding the remaining of the flour, which is half a cup in your case if you follow the ingredient paper, okay, bit by bit. Why are we doing this? What we are looking for? What we are looking for is that a soft dough, slightly sticky, without messing everything. Now we are kneading with the hand, and this texture, this is what we are looking for. As you can see, it's slightly sticky, but it's not sticking all around the plate. Now, to make it a softer dough and less stickier, we will move it outside on an outside surface and dust it slightly with some flour, and we will continue kneading it with our hands. And this is the easiest way to knead a dough, by pushing it with the palm of your hand and then folding it and pushing it and folding it, as you can see in the picture. This is the easiest way, and this is a beginner friendly way, until we have a smooth surface dough. And as you can see, it didn't take any time. Now we will put it, and we will use I used the silicone pad on top of it to cover it, and this is after it rose. Now what I did, I used the electronic or the digital scale to make sure I have buns all at the same size, because when I used my vision or eyeballing it, what I found that it looked the same, but one bowl would be 120 grams, the other would be 70 grams. So I did it, all of them between 50 to 70 grams of a bowl. I patted a little bit because I didn't want it to be very high in its height, just a little bit, because I want it to be wider than taller. Now I'm spraying it before putting it in the oven, and I will put it in an oven that is 200 degrees, the highest you have. Okay, you will spray it before putting it in the oven and after getting it off the oven. This is crucial, highly important. I cannot emphasize enough on the importance of this move. Spray it before you put it in the oven, and spray it after. Make the oven the hottest oven that you have. This to lock the moisture inside the buns, and don't be afraid that spraying it will make it soggy. On the contrary, actually it will be very good. But once you spray it after getting it out of the oven, make sure that you cover it with a piece of cloth to make sure that the vapor that will come out, because it's steaming hot, it will maintain the moisture. And let me assure you, it was amazing. It didn't last more than 24 hours. Do try it and let me know. See, it's fluffy, it's clouds actually. So let me know if you like it or not. And until I see you next time, I love you to the moon and back. Do not forget to like, subscribe and share. Bye bye.